Once upon a time, in a world of magic and wonder, there lived two heroes named Praveen and Preethi. Praveen was a skilled warrior with a heart of gold, and Preethi was a powerful mage with a keen mind and a fearless spirit. Together, they had battled evil in many forms, from fire-breathing dragons to wicked sorcerers. But their greatest challenge was yet to come. One day, a dark force began to spread across the land. It was a curse that turned everything it touched to stone, and it was growing stronger by the day. Villages were being petrified, and people were fleeing for their lives. Praveen and Preethi knew they had to act quickly if they were to save their world from this terrible fate. The heroes set out on a quest to find the source of the curse. They traveled across mountains and through forests, battling all manner of monsters and obstacles along the way. Finally, they came to a vast, dark castle that loomed over the landscape. It was the lair of the evil sorcerer who had cast the curse. Praveen and Preethi approached the castle cautiously, but they were quickly spotted by the sorcerer's minions. A fierce battle ensued, with Praveen using his sword to cut down the enemy, and Preethi using her spells to blast them with lightning bolts and fireballs. The heroes fought their way through the castle, facing traps and challenges at every turn. Finally, they reached the sorcerer's chamber. The sorcerer was a fearsome figure, with eyes that glowed with dark magic and a voice that sent shivers down the heroes' spines. But Praveen and Preethi were not afraid. They knew that they had to stop the sorcerer if they were to save their world. The sorcerer laughed at the heroes' bravery and unleashed a barrage of spells that sent them flying. But Praveen and Preethi refused to give up. They fought back with all their might, their weapons and magic clashing with the sorcerer's own power. The battle raged on, with the heroes and the sorcerer trading blows and insults. As the fight wore on, Praveen and Preethi began to tire. They had been fighting for hours, and the sorcerer showed no signs of weakening. But just when it seemed that all was lost, Preethi had an idea. She whispered something in Praveen's ear, and the warrior nodded. Together, the heroes launched a final, desperate attack. Praveen charged at the sorcerer with his sword, while Preethi summoned all her magic to create a massive explosion. The blast engulfed the sorcerer, and for a moment, it seemed as though the curse had won. But then, to the heroes' amazement, the curse began to fade. The stone statues around them began to crack and crumble, and the castle itself started to dissolve into dust. Praveen and Preethi had saved the world. As they made their way back to their homes, Praveen and Preethi were hailed as heroes. They were celebrated by the people they had saved, and their names became legends in the land. But for Praveen and Preethi, the true reward was knowing that they had done what was right. They had faced impossible odds and emerged victorious, and in doing so, they had proved that heroes do exist, and that good will always triumph over evil.